People, welcome back. Dami, how are you, my guy?
My bombastic blues, you get me? Oh, fam, we're back in business. Listen. Top 10, yeah? Is that what they said? Top 10. We done that. Been there, done that. Above Tottenham, you know what we're saying? We move, fam. Man is elated.
I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. The standards are not Tottenham, you know. I don't even care about going. But we should be above Tottenham anyway. But for me, obviously, for the people watching, they're like, "What's going on?" We're in different settings right now, so you're gonna have to bear with us because we're not in our usual setting. Like I said, tier 4 with Boris Johnson, things have changed remotely. things have changed very quickly for us. But obviously, the game. What did you think of the game? Because do you know what's funny? Yeah, the first 70 minutes, it was ropey. It was back and forth. It was quite an even game. West Ham were looking like they could get an equaliser, and I was worried about if we're going to make a substitution too late. And then we started playing champagne football for the last part of the game.
It's like they injected Tammy with something. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I've got to give credit to Thiago Silva for this game because my guy is something else. You know what I'm saying? Thiago Silva is a phenomenal centre, but genuinely, goal aside and everything, my guy is elite. Do you know what I mean? That guy keeps everybody and everything in check. Now you got Tammy taking 21st of December a bit too seriously. You know what I'm saying? My guy got injected with the superpowers and that came on. And I don't even know what striker to compare it to, fam. Prime Drogba type thing. You know what I mean? Drogba type be coming, boom, scored the goal that my guy just took off. Werner, I prefer really not to.
Yeah, it was a rough night for Werner, to be honest. And do you know what? Yeah, like I said, I don't worry about his mentality. But if we're doing this off a merit thing, and when I was watching the game, I was saying this. You know, he could have come off for Hudson-Odoi, I think, a lot earlier. I think the reason why it didn't happen is because of that Chilwell injury that happened in the first half. Chilwell had to come off for Emerson, so then we couldn't make the changes as early as we wanted to. I want to just go through each player and then we'll give them a rating out of 10. This is the first time we're really doing a direct live stream after the game. I have to realign my schedule now, thanks to Boris. So we're going to see how these things go. We might do a live stream for Arsenal, but
stay at home, save lives, protect the NHS. Somebody said that they will bring tier 7 and the NHS clap for us. I can't be asked, fam. Man is making us change location like it's nothing.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. Fam, I had to absolutely just skedaddle out the whole country. They're moving nuts. Do you know what I mean? They're looking ropey. So I had to just bounce immediately with bombastic effect, as they say. Do you know what I mean? It was
bombastic effect. You know what I mean? As they say on football Twitter, we had to move swiftly and efficiently. You understand?
I'm looking back at that game, right? The defense, like Mendy didn't have loads to do, but we still got cut open quite a lot, didn't we? Don't you think?
I agree. I just felt like, I don't know what it was. I think maybe it was a confidence thing. Do you know what it is? Because, I mean, West Ham aren't really a side that you should be scared of when you're defending. But obviously, with the last 2 L's, Lampard must have been like, yo, you boys, Christmas is in a few days. You shouldn't be coming about messing about. We got Arsenal 26. A lot of people feel like Arsenal's going to be an easy throwaway game. These man could just come and turn it to prime 04, so I don't know, 02, 03, like Invincibles Arsenal. You don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. So we needed that win against West Ham to go into that game confident. You know what I'm saying? So defense was looking a bit ropey, but I blame that on the fact that we lost our last 2 games. Now that we've had on confidence, you know what I'm saying, into the new year, I love it. Those shit goals.
Some people in the chat are saying that Werner played well. I wouldn't say he played great. He missed some really big opportunities. I think Pulisic's chance, the pass was, you know, definitely could have been better, but Dami's Wi-Fi is looking nuts right now. The pass definitely could have been better from Pulisic into Werner's feet, but for me, he still should have, you know, he still should have been finishing that chance, in my opinion.
100%.
Did you
100%.
Yeah.
There's no listen here, Matisse. We can do as much like damage control and PR work and all the things like he's done this and he's done that. He's missing some fucking ridiculous chances. I put him after the match, he was abysmal. You don't miss chances like that. Do you know what I'm saying? You just don't miss chances like that. I've said to people up against the big teams. My thing is, all these West Ham, Everton, I know they beat us, but all these teams, I'm like, whatever. We can create 20, 25 chances against them. When you go up against Bayern Munich, you go up against Liverpool, you got 3 or 4 chances. Am I relying on Timo Werner right now? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. Because
listen, you need to start swearing, because if you get me, you're gonna get us demonetized. I'm gonna teach you soon when you come over here.
Don't worry, I will reimburse. Don't worry. So I apologize. You know, I'm a bit excited. You know, holiday scenes. You know, Airbnb. You know, I apologize. But on the more serious note, at the end of the day, for me, Werner needs to be benched. Don't care if he needs to be benched right now. He's not doing anything that warrants him playing. You know what I'm saying?
No, certainly not.
A lot of effort. Exactly, not putting a lot of effort, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a damn. He needs to sit out. Do you know what I mean? We're not helping him by playing him this consistently. He's in the limelight. You've got Chelsea fans on the tail right now saying he's still got 9 goals. Shut up, blood. With all respect, just shut up, because he's not playing well. Do you know what I'm saying? He's simply not playing well. He started off the season quite decently. He's dipped in form. Everybody dips in form. Do you know what I'm saying? I know people dip in form. And I was expecting him to work off the bat. But the chances he's missing right now, they are ridiculous. They are simply ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? So he needs to stay out a few games. That's what I think anyway. Arsenal, drop him.
I feel like the ceiling slightly dropped for him in terms of his output, because really, if Hudson-Odoi was having these kind of performance, people would be saying, "Oh, he's not ready to be starting games. He needs to improve his performance," things like that. But when Timo Werner's doing it, suddenly we can let him off. People are saying it's down to position. I think the chances that he missed, they're not down to position. They're just down to lack of confidence. So, and like I said, there's different ways to motivate and get something out of a player. I don't think he needs to be starting every single game for him to get to top form. And you look at Ziyech is coming back, Hudson-Odoi is coming back. His position is not guaranteed. I thought Tammy played quite well. Giroud is definitely on form at the moment as well. So I don't think just suddenly throw him up into the lone striker position when we know his heading ability is not the best, his link-up play and his passing and first touch hasn't been the best. So I wouldn't just assume that putting him lone striker is now going to make him suddenly turn into the next bloody prime Fernando Torres. Do you know what I mean?
And can I take something from you as well? Can I take something from you? Because you said this nicely on the Byline the other day, when people were gassing this man to be able to play left wing, right wing, opposing centre back, XYZ, you could play variable positions, and now they're not playing while you're blaming Lampard. I have your screenshots, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're watching this and you're one of those people like, oh, we got Havertz, number 8, number 10, right wing. Now you're telling me he should be playing in the 10th. Oh, left wing, right wing, center, he's fast enough, pace merchant. Now you're telling me that he needs to play down the middle for fun. He just lacks overall confidence right now. I keep saying for Havertz and Werner, my excuse for them, it's not a good enough excuse, but a reason why I kind of understand it almost. To Werner, I'll be shocking regardless, but the reason why I can sort of pardon it a little bit is because in Germany, they take a break now. You know what I mean? They're meant to be chilling with their coconuts and shit in Miami, relaxing and taking all that stuff in. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do during this period. So them playing these many games back to back, I can sort of get it from a fatigue standpoint. From a player standpoint, you can put Werner anywhere, fam. You can put him in the goal, fam, right now. But if you're going to keep on missing chances like this, like I keep saying, we're playing Atletico Madrid in February. These men are not going to give us 20 shots on goal. It's not possible. They won't do that. You get 2, 3, 4 chances max. You need to convert at least 1 or 2 of those chances. I think people forget that he's in the team to score goals. He's not a creator. So that's what we have to judge him off of his finishing. And the ball might have been a bit behind him, but he still needs to, for me, put that in. Obviously, he started to perk up towards the end. The whole team really did. I think, towards the last 20 minutes, that's when we started to play our best football. Tammy obviously got 2 goals. Werner hit the bar as well, so he started to look a lot better. I want to talk about the defense. I thought Thiago Silva was immense. He got man of the match in the end. He was brilliant. Got the goal. Brilliant header as well. And I thought he was. What I've realized, when you watch Thiago Silva, you can tell how experienced he is, because the positioning and the fact that he just gets to everything first before the opposition. He's one step ahead of everyone. Do you know what I mean? It really does remind me of John Terry, to be honest. And we were saying during the game that if we had signed him in his prime with John Terry, that defense is not conceding any goals. Do you know what I mean? It would be nice. It's not, brother. Listen, it's not about not conceding goals. We would have won Premier League titles, we would have won Champions League titles, and we would have won World Cups. Do you understand? We would have won the World Cup with that centre back pairing. I'm telling you, we would have booked Chelsea and signed the thing. You know what I'm saying? The club of Chelsea with the flag and that coming waving the thing left, right, centre. But like I keep telling people, a lot of people think, the centre back position is one of those interesting ones where a lot of people feel like pace. As you get older, blah. You age like fine wine. Thiago Silva, the thing is, I feel like I'm a broken record now. Thiago Silva, literally, when you're talking about the best centre backs in our generation and of all time, you're talking about Thiago Silva. People thought that he was the 36-year-old washed up Rudiger replacement. That's not what my guy is. He came in and he's given that defense an identity. So that's why, for me, hands down, he's my signing of the season. Not because he played very well today, but because he's been consistent from the top to the bottom. A lot of people might feel like it's Edward Mendy. Mendy was a massive upgrade on Kepa. Anyone was a massive upgrade on Kepa. Mendy's keeping his clean sheets, but I strongly attribute that to how phenomenal Thiago Silva has been today. Goal aside, he's absolutely 100% my signing of the season so far because of how much impact he's had on the team. Ziyech has been kind of on and off, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, there was the game, was it Sheffield United?
Well, he's been injured half the time anyway, so.
Exactly. In the Havertz, he showed flashes here and there, falling off. Werner started off well, gone down. Chilwell has been quite good, but he's not been Silva level. Do you know what I'm saying? At 36 years of age, you even see him on Instagram looking at all the tactics. He shows you the mentality of the player we have. And people need to understand, if we can get him for one more season, I don't care. I think we should get him for one more season. You know what I mean? People think he might be too old. Put him in because he's showing that, okay, Lams is playing me back to back almost. I'm still going to be able to get my thing done because he doesn't need to run around too much. He's too smart. His level's above. I can't even use one of those FT. You know how they be like, oh, prime this. He's prime Thiago Silva because you can't go that much higher. Do you know what I'm saying? He's phenomenal, simply.
Yeah, he's been brilliant, and like I said, he's raising everybody's game around him, which is the key. Do you know what I mean? Our defense hasn't been the best in the last few weeks. I think Aspilicueta was decent today as well. Emerson, okay, decent, you know. But for me as well, another standout, actually, Mason Mount had he had a good game. He got an assist, some key passes. That midfield for me though, I thought in the first half, a lot of people on Twitter right now are doing this whole Jorginho versus Declan Rice thing. I can't really be bothered to get involved in it because I think it's a bit childish at this point. It's getting a bit boring.
Waste of time.
Declan Rice definitely wasn't great today. But to be honest, a lot of people are saying Jorginho had a masterclass. I wouldn't say it was a masterclass, and I'm a very big Jorginho fan. Thought he gave away the ball quite a few times in very dangerous positions. I think I can maybe count 3 times where he gave the ball away in our half, and it was a madness. And like I said, the strength of Jorginho is meant to be the passing. So if there's anybody that shouldn't be giving the ball away in dangerous areas, it should be him. I don't have a problem with him giving the ball away with long passes, trying something, audacious and trying to get the assist. Fine, give it away there. But to be giving it away in our half, simple passes and the turnovers, for me, I wasn't really happy with that. And it was funny because I think Simon Johnson, Matt Law tweeted it out, and then they got attacked. But the reason, mainly the reason why they got attacked is because they started bringing Declan Rice into it, who wasn't good either. So, I don't know why people continue to keep trying to, talk about Declan Rice when Chelsea are playing. I think we should really just focus on our own players. He's not our player yet. But I wouldn't say Jorginho was great.
Brother, see. The thing is, we're no longer see this Twitter scene. If you're from Twitter watching the stream here, let's have a tete-a-tete. You know what I mean? Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. This Declan Rice situation, okay, is quite embarrassing. That's how I look at the whole situation. Genuinely. I don't know why people keep talking. See, the thing is with Declan Rice, if we sign Declan Rice today, I'll be happy. We signed a good gem. You know what I mean? I still feel like he has the capability to get spun. I back my comments back on when Matisse and I did that thing ages back. I back some of those comments still. Do you know what I'm saying? The type of football we're going to play back then compared to now has changed. All that. But before I ever get to Jorginho, why do we need to evolve Declan Rice in the Chelsea game? Do you know what I'm saying? I know we're playing up against him and you can scout him and see how he's playing. But Jorginho is not playing too well.
I think what annoys me is that people continuously try to hype up very average performances sometimes from Declan Rice. He's had good games, cool. But when he's being just average, people will still try and hype him up to no ends, like as if he's done something spectacular. Whether it will be a simple switch of play on Twitter, they'll clip that and use that as some big thing. And for me, it's just being overdone sometimes. Like there needs to be some sort of balance with it, because you don't hear about when he's not playing well. And today he wasn't anything special, but people will still try and pit him up against others and whatnot. And if you want to be serious about it, he's not starting ahead of Kante in this team. Kante, when he moved back into the lone DM position, Kovacic came back on, the team's intensity went up. the team looked a little bit more balanced. It looked a little bit better. That's when we started to play our best football. And Kante's been brilliant. You know, much to my surprise in that role, he's been brilliant. So Declan Rice wouldn't start ahead of him in that position. So, you know, that's something else to put into context. You know what I mean? If a fully fit Kante playing how he's playing, I wouldn't say he was the best today when he was playing in advance, but when he moved back into the DM position, we just looked a lot better as a team. Declan Rice is not starting ahead of him. So, you know, you can have rotation and whatnot, but he is going to cost £60 million. So, yeah. But for me, it's not even a thing. It's not even a thing that I even want to keep going on about because he's going to end up probably joining. It's just I don't like the way we sometimes forget that we disrespect our own players to hype up Declan Rice when really Declan Rice is not always playing at some sort of ridiculous high level where, you know, we're not talking about a player that's playing, you know, Champions League games and he's putting in 10 out of 10 performance against the world's best. You know, it's not that deep. You know what I mean? It's not that deep at all. Moving on to the attack, I thought, you know, we have to get straight into the attack because Pulisic, right wing again. What did you make of that? Because personally, with the way people, you know, like I said, I didn't think Werner had the best of games. I thought it was, you know, Pulisic at left. If Pulisic was playing left wing earlier, I thought he would have had the game wrapped up a little bit earlier, to be honest.
The thing with Pulisic is when I saw him playing on the right again, I was like, what are we doing? Because we're trying to accommodate him with Werner right now. I understand, like, Pulisic is quite dynamic and it's quite good, but we lose so much more by playing Pulisic on the right-hand side over Timo Werner. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Timo Werner on that left-hand side is not giving you anything if he can't beat his man. I keep telling people, with Pulisic, he can beat you for pace, he can beat you for skill, he can beat you for crossing, he can beat you for different types of things. If you've got a fullback that can match Werner physically and pace-wise, he's done now. Do you know what I'm saying? Werner is not going to be the one that's going to put in a delicious crossing to Giroud or Tammy or whoever's in the box. That's not what he's done now. Do you know what I'm saying? And West Ham employ a low block. So if you're going to do something like that, you put Pulisic on the left-hand side, where he's extremely effective. If you put Werner on the right-hand side, left-hand side, I don't really see that much of a difference. If anything, if you put Pulisic on the left-hand side, you're going to bring in more defenders there and give Werner a lot more space on the right. Now, the thing is, like I keep telling a lot of people, I don't have the UEFA B license. You know what I'm saying? I don't do none of that. I'm not trying to claim I'm a tactical XYZ or something era or whatever the hell it is. But as far as I'm concerned, just from looking at the eye test and looking at a few metrics here and there, and just watching the game, they should be swapping wings because Werner is not doing
at least for me, swap wings during the games to see how it goes because Werner hasn't been like, for me, I've seen Werner hit the bar today from the right hand side at the end of the game. Werner got an assist against Newcastle for Tammy running through the middle and a little bit tilted to the right. And he got an assist, I believe, in a home game. I'm not sure who it was against, but he got an assist for Pulisic running down the right. So for me, Werner is just as productive on the right wing as he is unproductive on the left wing. So why would you sacrifice Pulisic? And he said this in his press conference, and fair play to Frank, he's backing his own decisions. But I don't understand why you would sacrifice the best left winger at the club when we could have been probably 2-3-0 up with his influence on the left. This is a player that was playing left wing post-lockdown last season, was playing unbelievably well. Why would you sacrifice him to put him on right wing and put someone as unproductive at the moment as Timo Werner at left wing? It doesn't really make any sense. Do you know what I mean? If we're being honest.
It literally doesn't make sense. It doesn't make an ounce of sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like, you see this comment there? I back that almost. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd almost back that because Lukaku's first touch is not even as bad as a lot of people make it. It's just that he gets clipped up. You know what I'm saying? He gets clipped up quite badly. Werner right now, he doesn't have that. Werner is not silky smooth. Do you know what I'm saying? The difference for me, between, do you know what I think the issue with Werner is right now is the difference between Werner and Vardy is the fact one was raised in the ends and one was probably raised in the posh part of Germany. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they've got the same. No, it's true, isn't it? It's true. If you deep it, these men are both pace merchants, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? But Vardy, he's going to come out there and be a ruffian. I need that in Werner. He's got the mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got the mentality, but he don't have.
He's still very much getting used to the league. So that's something I expect for him to come in the future for sure.
Exactly. So for me, like you said, man, it doesn't make any sense. If Werner is not going to do too much on the left and you're not numbing Pulisic on the right, I don't get it. From a defensive standpoint, I can't see from a defensive standpoint. Werner is not really going to do too much tracking back with Ben Chilwell on that left-hand side. You know what I'm saying? Aspilicueta is quite solid on that side, so it's not an issue. So it's not like we have full-backs. You know, like, for example, we played Mason Mount on the left wing to sort of cover up for Alonso and Emerson when Chilwell wasn't ready. That made sense. I mean, it made sense in hindsight. But now I'm like, I don't really get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it at all. Literally don't get it at all. Maybe he was thinking he was able to get Pulisic to switch play from the right-hand side because of Aspilicueta. I don't know what it was. But I just feel like
I can't even.
The thing is, I'm trying to bring up hypotheticals.
We're clutching at straws, to be honest. We're clutching at straws. If that can't be, that's not a good enough reason. That's not a good enough reason.
Exactly. But you get my gist in it. So for me, I'm like, yo, Lambs, I mean, you can go onto the presser and be as confident and back things as much as you want. I don't want people to think that I'm not backing the man or anything like that, but I just don't think it doesn't make sense to me.
It's right to ask questions because it wasn't. I mean, if anyone watched that game, the scoreline, if you look at the scoreline, you'll think that we played brilliantly all game, and you'll say that it's a 3-0 win. There's nothing to question. But to be honest, the majority of that game it was very even. West Ham had quite a few chances. There was quite a few moments where we was pretty much defending for our lives. There's a lot of blocks. A lot of last ditch defending, and it wasn't comfortable. There was a good 20 minute spell minimum where West Ham looked like they were going to equalise when it was 1-0. And I was saying to myself, we need to get the second goal because this team's not looking they're looking nervous. They're looking like a team that's out of form, that's just lost back-to-back games. Yeah. And they clearly need to win. Luckily, like I said, we turned it up a notch. I think, Kante going back deeper really helped us just, quicken the play a bit. We might have lost out a bit. We had a lot of possession when Jorginho was on the pitch, something like 81% or something like that. But I think we sacrificed a bit of possession for a bit of speed. Kovacic did well. I think I'm surprised again. He's unlucky not to start Kova. Do you know what I mean? Kova's been really good for me when he's been playing for us. So I think he's unlucky not to start. I'm glad Kai was on the bench because I feel like he deserved to be on the bench. And I think Werner against Arsenal probably deserves to be on the bench as well. Obviously, tactically, it depends how we're going to go into the game, but I think there's not. I can't really make a case as to why Werner should start against Arsenal, and even Kai. I wouldn't start Kai against Arsenal either. I think Kova, Kova deserves to start. Yeah, I think right now, to be honest, I remember last season when Frank was using Pulisic sparingly. He was bringing him off the bench, and he wasn't really playing him, and a lot of people were getting quite angry. I think Pulisic in that time was probably playing better than Timo Werner and Kai are playing now. So there's the same argument to be made that you should just rotate these Germans in slowly, let them get used to the league and bring them in, slowly. We have a big enough squad. I think Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi are back now. Hopefully for the Arsenal game, they should be fully fit. So there's no reason for them to actually have to start. They're not playing brilliantly. They're still getting used to the league. We're still learning how to utilize them. So I don't see a reason as to why both those two have to start just because they cost a lot of money. So that's what I think. What would you do against them?
Bro, like you said, you said everything properly. Do you know what I mean? Werner, bench. If I see Werner starting, the thing is, you're not helping the team. You're not helping Werner. You're not helping the social media, even though it doesn't really matter. You're not helping anybody starting Werner against Arsenal. Absolutely nobody. Do you know what I'm saying? He could end up scoring a goal or something, and I could be wrong, and I'm still going to celebrate like a little cheeky little. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take it like that. But for me, I just don't see how it makes sense. You've got Mateo Kovacic coming on. Jorginho didn't really play too well today. I mean, I did put out the tweet earlier saying that, we should allow the man first. I mean, he dropped an average performance as far as I'm concerned. Kovacic comes into the side. He starts. Kante, Kovacic, Mount. That should be our midfield. Up front, Pulisic left wing immediately. Tammy should be played just because, he's got 2 goals and he brings a lot more to the team. You know what I'm saying? I think he does. As much as I like Giroud and the fact that he was scoring quite consistently, like Tammy brings a lot more because he's a lot more mobile and then gets into the better spaces and everything just because of his mobility. Even though he has been missing a few chances here and there. And I beg Callum Hudson-Odoi or Ziyech on the right wing. Do you know what I'm saying? Please, Werner, our Germans are big, efficient Germans. They should sit down. You know what I mean? They should actually just sit down and they should come back in the new year because that's what they deserve right now. These men have not been playing too well. I'm bringing them up against an Arsenal team. Once again, they could turn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they couldn't turn up, but I don't think this position, whatever on the TL doesn't make any sense. Like people saying, he should play in XYZ position. If he plays there, then it's going to be back. Nah, that don't make sense. It don't make no sense. Let's keep quiet and let these men sit down properly. But now, other than that, I just like to see Ziyech on that right wing. I'm trying to see Pulisic on the left wing, Abraham down the middle, that midfield of Kante cover Mount. We can't have Kante twice, sorry, can we? Then Chilwell left back, Thiago Silva, Zuma, Mendy and goal, and I hope Reece James is back. So we have the solid. That's a solid team. That is a really solid team in my eyes. So
yeah, I think that team's well balanced. It's got the defensive balance as well. Because the Arsenal game's gonna be interesting. Because really, we're favourites and we should be going and taking the game to them. But I'm sure they'll perk up and sort themselves out for that match. People, obviously, I've got a lot of questions here. We're gonna be I'm gonna try and do a live stream for the Arsenal game. I've only just really got out of the UK, so it's a sticky one in terms of settings right now. Do you know what I mean? It's a rush thing. It's a rush thing. I'm not really in France. That was sarcasm. But if you guys want to check out the Roundabout episode that was uploaded this morning, then you'll know we definitely stuck it on Boris earlier on. But yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to do a live. We're going to, how long we're going to be in tier 4? We don't know. So we're going to be trying to do some live streams for the games. We're going to have an Arsenal build-up starting from tomorrow. Not really going to recap anymore on this West Ham game. I think we've covered everything here. Turkish is going to be on the channel. Lee Gunner, and then hopefully Deluded Gooner as well. And then that will take us into the Arsenal game where hopefully I'll have a live stream set up for you guys for that. So 3 guests, 3 different opinions on how Arsenal are at the moment. And we're going to really get to know Arsenal on this channel this week because we're going to have 3 different people coming on separately to really speak about the club, speak about tactics, speak about players, disharmony. They're quite low in the table, so it should be fun. And do you know what I mean? At least they're going to learn a thing or two.
Matt Law is talking about Arsenal and them talking about preparing for relegation. So I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just saying that's what Matt Law is doing.
Do you know what I mean? So we got a lot of guests coming up. So let's see how it goes. Make sure you follow Dami as well in the description. Link on Twitter. I don't know if his video is still up. What's going on that?
You people see, let me tell all of you, don't follow me on twitter.com. See, YouTube, that's what we are now. We're not messing about with that bad platform no more. You understand? So Zigrandam, you understand? And I think that's it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, there's a video there. I don't really care too much. But if I need the YouTube subscribers, we're not trying to be on that London Bridge by March, innit? So there's no furlough on this. You know what I'm saying? There's no furlough.
Luckily, Rants and Tottenham Tobes can't bully me this week. So I think they're actually recording now on Turkish's channel on the Big Six show. But yeah, Rants can't get onto me this week because we've won the game now. Obviously their team won as well, so everyone should be in good spirits. And yeah, really, we just move bombastically. Christmas is coming up, so everybody Merry Christmas, do you know what I mean, into the chat. I'm going to see you guys a couple of times. I'm going to see you guys 3 times probably before then. Dami's Wi-Fi and camera is mad slow. He's not in his usual setting. Dami,
Airbnb, man, don't clock.
Your Wi-Fi standards have dropped off. It's disappointing. Ken Berry, just before we go, quick super chat up the Chelsea, my guy. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you on the byline today as well. Later on, I'm recording that after this. And yeah, people, that's about it. Do you know what I mean? Not going to take up too much more time. And yeah, we move on. Do you know what I mean? We move up to 5th, I think, and then hopefully we can try and get some run together because we need to move up that table. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Turkish. That will be probably around 11 o'clock, and we'll see you in a bit. Peace, people.
Peace out, my people.